That seems pretty good. What is that picking up from?
Probably that camera.
Oh, shit.
Alright. Wait, which microphone is that set on?
Desktop microphone.
Alright, it's 4:35. We should be live, so go to start streaming. Thinking.
Are we live? Oh.
Yes.
We're live. Which camera? This one? Okay, good.
Can the YouTubes hear us?
How much of a delay is there?
50 are watching right now? That's
what?
Dude, this is good news right here. We're gonna freaking kill it.
Are we?
People love to watch YouTubes.
Do they?
Oh,
things not moving. This thing is actually in beta right now. These are all comments in decent order. Refresh.
Marky Mark. Contacts. Marky Mark.
Alright.
So if you go up here to this one. I'm sorry.
Hello everybody, thank you for joining us.
Mark, I have a question. Can you go to YouTube and see if we are live? Oh, are we live?
Yes, we're live.
Yes.
Oh man.
It's not loading the comments on my page though.
Awesome. Thank you, Mark.
Can't see the comments.
Yeah, but the comments aren't even important. I guess they are, huh? You know what?
Sure.
I can't see them though, they didn't load on my page.
If you would like to hit us up on the Twitters.
Oh yeah.
Hashtag Twitter. Alovacat tweeted us.
Did he?
That's my boy. He got an AK.
Oh, there it is. I got the comments.
Oh, never mind. Don't hit us up on Twitter.
Hit us up on Twitter anyway.
At
Huh.
Airsoft GI.
Oh my gosh. What is this? I don't know who this is. Update comments
We can't ship to
automatically.
Sweden, can we?
Can't what?
Ship to Sweden?
Well, you don't ship overseas.
You can't hear us. No, we don't ship to Sweden.
Emails, baby.
I received a missed call from this number.
Brandon speaking.
Uh huh. Tim Sargent?
That's yeah. Brandon's with you.
Yeah.
Candle.
Yes. Yes. No, they didn't.
Sorry, I got news from my old one of my guys in my company. And
Uh huh.
Where can I get one of those shirts?
Chai? We're going to China. Dude, this thing sold out in 2.5 minutes.
That's what I was saying. Dude. So they're always
Oh, why? What does that mean?
You should take my seat.
I should let you see it. I'll start reading off as the comments and see what is going on in the YouTube land.
How much of a delay is there?
I think it's like 3 minutes, or like 2 minutes, maybe less than that.
How much is it on Ustream?
Dude, Ustream just depends on the internet, really, at that point. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Oh. Yes, that is my address.
That's his address.
Can you say your address on
His address is.
It's a house.
What's your social again, sir?
1, 2, 3.
routing numbers?
2. Is there any way I can complete this a little bit later? I'm in the middle of something. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye. She seems like a nice lady, but I just don't have time to talk to her right now.
It's like, yeah, can you give me all your vital information? I'm actually kind of live on air.
On the internet.
Yeah. I have this job, you see. It's kind of complicated. I'm on the internet. It's
Kind of a big deal.
You may have heard about me. I'm just saying. It's a possibility.
Your son probably knows you.
Off to the left, who you guys can't see, is Chris Bass from Warfighter Airsoft. He stopped in to give a good little hangouts.
And he just almost fell over in the chair. Just that.
Almost dead.
Almost died, clearly. Near death
Woo!
experience.
Okay, we got our live show working.
Hooray! Welcome, YouTube, to the live show. I'm sure there's a lot of you here who have never been here before because you probably didn't know we do live shows.
We've never been here before.
This is true. This is like uncharted territory for even us.
Yes.
I feel like an explorer in the digital age.
Like Lois and Clark.
Thinking more like
Bonnie and
Indiana
Clyde.
Jones.
Those are good.
You can be my Asian sidekick. So.
Oh, short round.
Bam! See how it goes? So
You call him
quick.
Dr. Jones, dog.
You call him Dr. Jones. I love that
I
movie.
love short
quite
rounds.
much.
Indeed.
Welcome. I'm gonna stop banging on the table because that's super annoying, and we should all stop doing that. So,
Okay.
which team are you on, Bob or Tim? I don't actually know yet. I might actually be on the team called Filming the whole time, so which is a pretty prestigious team.
The film team.
Yeah, I get a sick rig. I got 2 different mags I can switch out. They're called lenses. It's different, but I rack the focus, get the charging handle back in there, and start taking pictures. So it's a lot of fun.
There we go. Those
We
are
get
the
the
comments.
justice for that. It's a camel pattern.
Oh, the camo pattern. I like to go kind of an urban thing, so it's a flat dark, flat black. So really no reflection. It's gonna be
You're the
great. for this
exception to
one.
the
He
rule.
likes the birthday camo.
Exactly.
Birthday camo.
I like to go for
my
really
favorite.
flesh tones,
Oh,
blend in with the environment when I'm at the beach.
Indeed. Somebody's at the door.
We shouldn't lock that.
It's not locked. Yeah.
What's your one of you guys are you streaming? You want me to relay that?
Okay, a little late right now.
Yeah.
Well,
let's see.
we
what
could
can
attempt to
do.
do this. This is going to be an interesting show, ladies and
Want
gentlemen.
to do it simultaneously?
That may not be feasible at this moment.
Wait, Josh,
if
you said there's a 2-minute delay. The delay is more like
If you could
45
relay
seconds.
that to him,
So.
it's
Okay.
kind of late. Yeah.
Bob is currently out for an audition. He is in Los Angeles, California, doing an audition for a potential movie or commercial. So we all wish him the best with that. So I will be
He said it
subbing
was an
for him
NFL
today.
commercial, right?
Yeah, he's gonna be one of the linebackers. As you can clearly see by his build and physique, he
One of
clearly
the
fits
practice
the role.
guys, right? They just get
It
to
might
make
be
the real team feel
It
better.
might
They
be
just
like a
pummel
Snickers
the other guy.
commercial, and he plays like the guy who can't keep up. I'm not really sure. So
Maybe.
I actually watched a video of like a regular person running against like a NFL wide receiver.
Mhm.
Just they did like an overlay, and it was just the guy just walking away
Yeah,
from him
like a
nothing.
gazelle. Those guys run
This is true.
extremely
So
fast.
yes, welcome. We have some pretty cool products to talk about that we got in that are pretty awesome, such as SoTech Bears. Now, Tim, I don't know the story behind these because I didn't get a chance to watch the YouTube video yet, but tell me what the story is.
So, SoTech, Special Operations Technology, they make tactical gear. And the CEO of SoTech is
Awesome.
former military, awesome guy.
Really nice.
Currently, as the CEO, he's also still a reservist in the Army, I think it is. He's very well connected with the military.
Let's ask, is reservist the proper term?
Yes.
He's in the reserves.
Perfect. I didn't know if there was a term for that.
No, he's in the reserves, and he obviously wants to give back to the military. Is something that he holds dear to his heart, and so he developed the Veterans Industry Program for Employment Reintegration. So
That sounds like an awesome acronym, is it?
it is Viper.
Oh, I like Vipers.
There's actually
With the Dodge one? Because that's a sweet car. They
I
come
think
out
it's
with a
more
new
like
model.
the snake Viper.
Oh.
That probably doesn't have fangs. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know much about.
By the way, it's
snakes.
still pretty cool.
I'm not a botanist. They study.
program that's on the radio.
They study plants, by the way.
I don't think botanists study snakes.
They study plants. I know. I did that on purpose. But anyway, the way that he explained it to me is that there's a lot of vets that come back that they've been in combat situations and they don't do well reintegrating back into civilization. And so the Viper program. Chris is probably very familiar with this. Not that you have a problem.
Just the fact you said civilization, like we're
Not,
vagabonds.
what is the term? Society, not
Reintegrating to
civilization.
society,
Okay,
yeah.
society, right?
Social norms.
Yeah. Okay. So they have trouble reintegrating back into society. So the the Viper program at SoTech takes these guys in, they trains them, gives them a skill, and they generate products for them. Now it's not the you know, the products like the plate carriers or the helmets or like the life-saving stuff.
Right,
but
right.
they generate cool stuff like this. There are a couple of other products that the Viper program makes under the SoTech brand name that are also very cool. And I will step out for a moment,
And I will tell you a little bit more about how cool this is. Or, actually, I'll tell you a little bit more how cool this is.
sneak in here.
Chris sneaks in.
Yep.
Chris, you're a returned
Yes.
veteran.
To civilization.
To civilization, right? Not society or anything like that. To civilization. Do you feel like there definitely is opportunities for more companies to start doing projects like this to help the veterans? Because I mean, I feel like this is the first time I've heard of something unique to this kind of a situation where they're just taking veterans in, giving them a trade skill, teaching them how to stitch and sew, which is a vital industry, and you know, obviously is creating jobs for these guys. I mean, how do you feel about that? What's your take on it?
I think it's awesome just because, like, I'm kind of in that situation right now where I'm semi-unemployed-ish.
Well, I mean, you're busy running Warfighters.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
nonprofit
But like, I'm
organizations,
not
so.
actually working. But you know, for guys like me, I spent 4 years in the infantry, and that doesn't really, in the civilian world, it's like law enforcement,
Right.
TMCs, security guard.
Pretty much.
That's not really like. Well, I mean, that you can do a lot with those jobs, but that's
it's
not
still kind of a
something-
niche mark. Even for that, it's still kind of
you know,
niche.
and
you know
so it's great to know that like there's a program out here that, you know, that's just like, oh, well, I can go into that, learn a new trade set, and be able to
get a job. I mean, even
put
that
food
in
on the
itself.
table and support the family. So that's freaking awesome. I like that.
I mean, we did a big interview with SoTech recently. Tim and Ross headed down there, and they were talking to the owner of SoTech. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but he was a super nice guy, and he was telling them, you know, how they try to help veterans and do as much as they possibly can. And I just think, honestly, like, that's really cool. And if you're watching out there, definitely a big shout out to you guys for SoTech for being such an awesome company and doing some really, really cool stuff. So let's move on to some other cool products that we have. If you want to hand me those regulators. Do you use Smith Boogies?
I do,
feel
sir.
Like you do? Okay.
I love them.
So as somebody who uses them, because I've used them before a couple of times, but I've never, I usually run full face. Recently, I think I'm going to switch to the Bully Tactical with the mesh shield, because I kind of like that breathability, so to speak, especially for summertime. So let's...
It's freaking...
Woo. Okay, so first of all, these are the new Smith goggles that come with a way to basically attach it to your rig. So this is going to be MOLLE compatible. You can weave it onto your vest if you want to have, you know, compatible, a place to put it, so to speak, you know. And it's pretty awesome. I think that's cool.
You don't even need to use those just for the iPro. You can just use that as a general purpose pouch for anything
Yeah,
else.
exactly.
Like
it doesn't
water,
need,
radio.
Yeah, I mean, this would fit a water bottle pretty easily.
Yeah.
So, you know. And these are the new ones. So, somebody who's used them, give me your initial impressions for all the people out there. They also come with a really awesome tinted lens.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, the fact that it's tinted is awesome.
Yeah, and it comes in the package for the price that you get, which is like crazy awesome.
The issue I'm having now is I have the Dark Eye Pro, and
when you play
I play night games,
you
I'm
can't
like,
see anything.
But so that's pretty cool that it comes with that. I definitely really like that. I'm gonna actually put these on. That's cool.
Yeah, for sure. Check them out. Because I mean, Bob runs a pair of these. He has them attached to his, I believe, his PJ Bravo PJ helmet that he runs. And he really likes them. But I mean, then again, Bob usually runs full face most of the time.
For my personal taste, I'm not a huge fan of these big ones. That's why I like the Smith Optic booties
They're
so
super
much.
low pro ones, right?
Yeah, so because they're so low profile, but these are really comfortable, and the holes on these are huge. Like,
I know. I was actually looking at this. I don't know if you guys can see here. I'll try to get really close to the camera. You guys can see those holes in the top there. Basically, there's this little slider button that kind of slides to close the ventilation or to open it. So most of the time, everybody just kind of runs with it open just because you want the extra air in there. But then again, we are in Southern California. There may be a situation where you're in a colder climate and you don't want the extra air coming in there. I mean, I guess feasibly if it's super cold.
Or if it's, if you've got like dust.
That's true. Yeah, if you're in like a dust situation, for sure. But these are definitely have a lot more ventilation in them. So as you move, you're going to get a lot of air in there, which is awesome and definitely will help with the non-fogging.
These are definitely pretty comfortable. So,
and they have the I believe this like rotates. So if you're using helmet situations, it doesn't get all caught up and pull
that's nice.
Pull the goggles in a weird way. So I mean,
it's cool that because I'm not 100% sure, but they're the low profile ones were their first ones, aren't they?
Yeah, the Smith Boogie, I believe, were some of their first entry into the protective eyewear for the military, because these are all rated for the military as well as ANZ, obviously, for Airsoft and stuff like that.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool to see them branch out into different different styles. And
yeah, I mean, they brought a lot of innovation with the boogies as itself, just like goggles in general. So it's really cool to see them doing a bunch of new styles and stuff that we haven't necessarily seen. And another really cool thing about this is how easy it actually is to switch these lenses out.
I was just thinking.
There is a video that's coming out really soon, guys. I did a whole video with Bob on these that you guys will get to see, but I'll show you how the lenses come out because it is a very easy system. You basically just pull this back and it pops open. You pull the let's see, where is it? The bottom part right here. Oh, dang it. I think I've messed up. Oh, no. These are not the same ones that I had earlier. Okay, so these ones have to be unclipped right here, it looks like.
I think it's over here.
Ah, there it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is not as easy as I remember. The Softfly bone ones are really, really simple.
Yeah. But then again, like...
Yeah, you just pop these rivets out, which I don't have a little pinching tool to get in there, so I guess it's not as super simple as I remember it. But we had, what was it, the bone saw? Or not bone saw, but they're like the regular glasses style ones. And those things just have two little levers on the top, and the whole lens comes right out. Yeah, super unique and definitely really, really quick to transition. Yeah. So this one takes a little bit more work, but then again, it does have oscillating stuff for helmets and stuff like that, so it's more set up for...
And even though it's more work, I mean...
You kind of want it to be.
Yeah, like what situation is just like, oh my god! Alright, I'm good to go.
Yeah, exactly. If you're switching lenses on the battlefield, I think you're probably not doing it right.
You need to take a break and chillax for a second.
Definitely. So, definitely a big shout out to the Chivon. Cool t-shirt. I'm a big fan of the Chive.
Man.
For sure, for sure. They're definitely an awesome awesome company.
If you can get the shirts, I mean...
if they're not sold out, right?
Yeah, sold out 2.5 minutes.
Definitely.
That's...
Well, that's a couple quick questions really quick while you guys are hanging out. I'm not lagging at all. It's fine. I've missed 14 minutes too. Don't break them. I won't, promise. Let's see. Yeah, if you guys
is blurry.
aren't familiar, yeah, it's not exactly 100% as good a quality as the Ustream is because it basically goes through YouTube first and then it gets transcoded and sent out to all of you guys.
Can't you just adjust the HD setting?
I believe what you do is use the way that the YouTube streaming works is we send them a single signal for whatever compression we want, and then they basically send it out to everybody else in the compression that they so choose, whatever's the quickest for the area or something like that. What I was reading. Yeah, if you guys don't know, we are running a promotion right now where we're going to be doing $8.95 flat rate shipping all the way until July 7th. So if you guys live in Hawaii, Canada, anywhere within the central United States, obviously, is going to be $8.95 to ship out any order, no matter the size, quantity, whatever you order. If you get a minigun and 14,000 cases of BBs, it's going to be $8.95. So it is pretty awesome.
I just want to say I love how you never left out Canada for the $8.95 shipping.
There you go. So Canada is definitely on board with that, which is really cool because getting stuff to Canada can be a bit of a pain sometimes. Right. They have some very weird laws with their shipping services, especially when it comes to gun FPS. So. But let's move on to some other cool products that we have. That
tiny box?
Yeah, there's a tiny box and then there's some cool patches on top of it that I want to talk about. We just got a whole bunch of patches in from I believe it's Orca, and they are so awesome. So if you want to pull those out of there,
yeah, I'll do that.
This is one of my favorite ones. It's based off of the Mark Echo. It says Echo base. We got an AT-AT walking on there. I'm a big Star Wars fan. This is really cool.
Oh, you gotta show Greg that.
Oh, I know. Greg would totally eat that up. The hilarious part about this is the fact that it's two right bare arms. So if you're a big fan of the Second Amendment, you have two right to bare arms, so you can put two bare arms on your gear, which is just absolutely hilarious, and you guys should definitely get on board with that. So I'll put those a little closer. So the right to bare arms, which is pretty awesome. We're gonna save that one for the very end because it's super awesome. So everybody was freaking out about that on Facebook, so I thought we would wait for that. So
I'm not tracking, but okay.
And this is one of my favorite ones. I'm a big fan of FN Herschel, and this is the FN Awesome patch, which is definitely really, really cool. And they have a lot of really unique patches over there. So you can go ahead and unveil this one if you would like to, since you are an operator yourself.
Cheeseburger operator.
Cheeseburger operator.
What's you gotta fill me in, man. What's
okay, so
the cheeseburger thing?
There's basically a website that says ICANN has cheeseburger. And it is just basically cats and random quotes and random things like on the website. It's super hilarious and very, very funny. And Cheeseburger Operator, apparently, with the cat, is going to be the newest addition to the cheeseburger patches from them. So I guess, apparently, everybody really loves cats. I don't know if you've been on the interwebs, but
yeah, really.
Everyone out there is fascinated by cats. So Everybody loves patches.
Can I
Indeed.
unbox this one?
Yes.
This.
I think you already know what it is.
Yes, and
I'm so happy that they're selling these now.
I'm really considering getting a set of these.
So if you guys aren't familiar with Lancer Tactical, which you guys all should be if you're avid watchers of our YouTube page, Lancer Tactical is coming out with a whole bunch of new stuff that I'm definitely really excited about. They just got finished with their helmets, which are really nice. They're bringing in a whole bunch of cool night vision stuff for any of you guys out there that like to do inspiration/gear loadouts, which is definitely awesome.
Short videos.
Short videos, yeah. If you need them for props, for films, for school, whatever you guys need them for, we have a whole bunch of them, and they're very, 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 very affordable for what they are. So this happens to be a T1 style red dot sight, which you'll see a lot of people running in the real steel market because of how light, compact, and how dependable it is. So
with a riser.
With a riser mount, so you're going to be able to use it above your rail, which make it a little easier to look down, especially if you're wearing goggles, eye pro, face masks.
Even the comm sets.
Yeah,
those can get in the way sometimes. So
exactly.
It's nice to have a riser.
It's always nice to have a riser.
Yeah.
You'll pretty much see anybody who's running a T1 use a riser. The only person I haven't seen do it is on an MP7. They'll run, yeah, they'll run it just standard on an MP7, which is weird because I would think you would want it kind of higher, you know. So I've only seen a couple people do it. So ICANN has a patch.
This isn't this like $50?
Yeah, that goes for $56. So for $56, you're going to get a red dot. Not only is it a red dot, but it also has I don't have my paper in front of me here. It basically has red, green, as well as 6 different magnifications. So you're going to get a red dot, green dot, as well as 6 different style of power switches. So that way, if you're going from outside where you need a lot of not magnification, but you need a lot of visibility in your scope, you can turn it down once you go. Once you go indoors, which is going to help you basically see the red dot. See the red dot a little bit better. So they are definitely very, very awesome.
Is there a battery included in this?
There may be a battery included with that.
No, there is a lens cleaner.
Okay.
But no battery.
Ah, I see. No battery. But I believe it takes a CR2023.
You're speaking
yeah,
Chinese
I can't remember the battery size.
It's one of these type, the ones that look like a little chip.
Yeah, the round flat one. What is it again? 2032. I was off by 1 digit in the wrong place. So, is the 895 compatible with Alaska? I believe it should be. If you place an order and you have any questions, feel free to call our customer service at any time. They'll be able to help you out, no problem. But I do believe that it will be covering Alaska. So
that is the United States.
It is part of the United States. I saw somebody say this. When is the Chris Vector going to be restocked? The Chris Vector may not be restocked anytime soon because of some legal issues that I'm not 100% sure on. But if we do get them in, we usually make a huge Facebook post. Hey, there's my sheet. We usually do make a huge Facebook post about it to let you guys all know that it's coming in. So if you are not subscribed to our Facebook, please go over there. Hit that like button so you can see when we get a bunch of new cool products in and all that kind of awesome stuff. So,
I will say this. This is a little bit harder to
get back in there?
Yeah. Maybe I'm just an idiot. But.
See, this guy says I run a T1 with a riser on my MP7 Sniper 115. So, clearly, people do run them. Like I said, that's the only time I've ever seen it not on a riser, so I just kind of generally assume
that's the second time I've seen one.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, not on a riser, so.
I was like, I've seen one just recently that...
Yeah, exactly.
No, but it's because generally these are like, what, $80 for a replica?
Right, yeah.
So,
I mean, even more on some of the other websites I've seen. So the fact that it's $56 and it comes from Lancer Tactical, so you're going to get the quality behind it.
I'll get out of your chair.
And you get red and green lasers is pretty awesome.
Did you guys talk about the teddy bear?
We did talk about the teddy bear. We are on to the aim points.
People understand about the Viper program?
Yes.
They do.
I was really surprised.
And back into civilization.
When people on our YouTube channel were like, why'd you get bears in stock? Why don't you restock the other guns? And it's like, you know what, man? This is a cool bear for a really cool cause.
Yeah, exactly.
And you clearly just don't get it.
How much is said bear?
It's $30. So it's an expensive teddy bear. But
you get a coupon. You can use the coupon code with it, though, I believe.
You can use a coupon code with it. So you save 20% off. It's $24 bear. And you know what? You're probably going to waste $24 doing something with whatever her name is anyway. So
this is true.
You know what? You might as well spend that money and support
her for some of the...
Or he, you know, the whole thing.
Those female airsoft.
We won't get into
that. I wasn't trying to get into that, but...
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that, the comments on YouTube can get a little out of control sometimes, especially when we're talking about a program that is so cool, such as the Viper program. I mean, these guns and this whole style of airsoft wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the military. So, showing support for them.
We're not even going to open that camera.
Yeah, none of this would even exist. We would all not have jobs if it wasn't for basically the American military and all the stuff that they do.
You're welcome.
So, thank you very much for listening. So,
no, but like I said, I'm actually probably gonna pick one up tomorrow.
Yeah, they're awesome. So, and you can molly it to your vest. It has a little Velcro thing, so you can molly it to your back or wherever you want to take it. So, I think this would be really cool for like little girls to like send to their fathers, like buy it and send it overseas.
Oh yeah, for
you know
sure.
what I mean? So they could put like a patch with a picture on there or something, and then just molly it to their vest. So they always have it with them. You know?
It's always. People are probably like, why would someone want a teddy bear? It's always nice to get something from like, the States. Like anything, the littlest things are just. So,
when you're overseas.
When you're deployed, yeah. I can assume, getting something.
Someone sent me like just this cheapy little bracelet that said "Best Friends Forever," and I wore it because it was for Christmas, and I wore it every single day on deployment. And it was just the fact that some little kid wanted to send something to me. There is a battery.
Oh, you found the battery! It comes with a battery, guys. We were totally mistaken. So, Tim is sneaking in. We're going to
cover these Smith Optics things.
Yes,
we did.
We may have to like sit back a little bit.
We are on to the guns as well. Did you see these patches, Tim? These are hilarious. These are my favorite ones so far out of it.
Oh, yeah. These patches. The right to bear arms. I like that.
The right to bear arms. These are.
I like that one a lot.
Not only is it so clever, it just thank you for thinking of this. Orca, thank you for thinking of this. This is the funniest stuff I have seen.
Is that the Orca Industries in Oceanside?
I don't know where they're located at. Let's find out. Orca Industries, and they are located in all their websites and Facebooks. So no location, but still pretty awesome products from them. These are really cool.
I feel like I know somebody that works there.
You should ask them if they can get us 2 left bear arms because they're
I left my phone on my desk.
They probably have a surplus of left bear arms. We should probably get some of those. I think. Because if they're sending out 2 right ones, like where are the 2 left ones going?
I don't. How do you know that they're 2 right arms?
Maybe they're going to a country that like doesn't let people have guns or something.
Wait.
How could they not be 2 right?
So the paws go down. Like this is the 2 right.
Clearly, yeah.
So it's the 2 right side.
Yeah, I know. What about the left side though? Like, where's all that stuff going? I feel like they're really cutting into their margins.
A whole nother. I don't know. Would have been a whole nother molding or whatever for the patch, and it probably wasn't feasible or something like that. But yeah, those are really cool. Timba will win. Well,
yes,
he's got the numbers.
He's got me
so far.
It's a possibility.
You guys outnumber us 2-1 at this point, so it's possible you might win.
But numbers don't equate to skill.
I think I think I've got the quality on my side.
Yeah, but you got Chad, so
I've got the quality. Exactly.
So,
Chad, you're watching.
Thank you for making my point.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for making my point.
How much are these patches? These patches are $7.95, so $8 you get a patch. They are not eligible with coupon codes because obviously they're already like $7. The effing awesome patch that I showed you guys earlier, which you can't see because I'm really too far away from the camera, which is like $7 too, so $6.95. Yeah, for effing Herschel. It's effing awesome.
It's effing awesome.
Yeah,
I get it. Ha 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 ha.
They also make some puns.
Very nice. That is very super clever.
Hello from Belgium. Greetings from California.
America.
who's writing in Japanese?
That
you can read Japanese.
Soka Gaming. So
I used to date
Southern
a
California
Japanese girl
Organization of Airsoft Gaming. SCOA Gaming. Yeah, there you go.
Writing in Japanese. Just trying to show some heritage, you know?
Exactly. Probably from Southern California.
It's a possibility.
Maybe.
His organization is.
Southern China Organization? Maybe that's Chinese?
I mean, he just responded back to us, so clearly what he's saying there is he appreciates us and he loves the show.
That's what it says.
Yeah, I studied Japanese for 12 minutes the other day, so I have a small understanding.
Fluent. 12 minutes.
Well,
that was at a stone, man.
You're watching a lot of
works.
anime. So.
Exactly. Chris, you have welts all over your arms. Were you playing Airsoft recently?
I was at ITS on Saturday.
How was it?
Had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was pretty awesome.
Were you caught any explosions?
I was not, actually. Bob was. Bob has a pretty funny story. Fortunately, he's not here to tell that.
I know.
so.
We'll have to wait till next show to hear that story. Then,
guess so,
hopefully,
yeah.
because we haven't heard anything. I haven't even talked to Really Bob since he's been back from ITS to know what happened. So
It's
hoping to get some time.
there was a lot of fun. We had well,
Is
Spencer was there.
ITS like anything else you've experienced?
ITS is like some of the training I've experienced in the Marine Corps. They have, like, if you guys have never been there, was it Integrity Tactical Solutions, I believe,
Yes, Integrity Tactical Solutions.
in San Diego, and they're meant for like SWAT, military.
I think we might actually be stepping out because our guests have arrived, our main guests. So we're going to sign off. My name has been Josh. It's Chris Bass from Warfighter Airsoft. Definitely take a look at his Facebook and YouTube page. I'm Josh. I'll catch you guys pretty soon. So hang out for just a second.
We can't have nobody in the show. Marines and the Army.
Oh,
Greg, you're live. Hop in, man. Just jump on in there.
I don't think anyone's gonna be able to see you though with all that camouflage.
Please tell me you like.
Greg Wong's in the building. I'm not sure where at
A
though.
spare change of clothes, like you just didn't drive down the highway. Fully back.
actually I did. So what I miss?
Some products.
Crazy stuff.
So
I was just at the
you
store.
basically went on leave to
Yeah.
keep wearing the uniform.
Yeah.
That's basically what you did.
Yeah. Hey, see, now I got this. And that.
I know. I didn't notice at first until
Oh,
just now.
nice.
It's actually nice to actually.
All right, we got Greg, the one-man live show. Greg, go ahead and hold it down for us.
All right,
I'm gonna be
holding
happy
down
to
the fort, gentlemen. All right,
sit
let's
down in the
see.
AC.
Where are you guys looking at for the feed? Right there.
No. This one.
Okay, but where are you looking at the
General
questions and
area.
stuff?
Oh, the questions right here.
Okay.
This is the feed. That's the camera.
Do you guys sell the Battlefield? I don't think.
No, it's actually.
The Battlefield
I'm looking
M4
at
is
your
up there,
stuff,
but it's not for sale.
And it's actually, this looks a lot better than I
Actually, like,
expected.
it actually, what it's designed to do is provide better breakup at distance. That's why the pixels are freaking huge. But
Enormous.
like with the vest, because I actually bought this vest at Bellhead. That's where I got it from.
You are the biggest gear for that.
I know, man. That was a big scare.
Hey, what's up with those LM4 magazines, man?
Oh yeah, I got them in the car. I have all.
Good,
Of
good.
them. Wow.
Bob's gonna be rightfully jealous.
Yeah,
Snatch
this
those from
is
me.
what the full LBX kit looks like in full full LBX.
So you brought us a few guests, Greg.
Oh yes, I did.
Hello. Hey. How you doing?
Let's see. Let's get
Chris Bass.
Chris, I'm Kamar.
Let's see.
How you doing?
Good, man.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Let's see.
Get on over.
Cool.
So we get everyone in
Got some
frame.
sunglasses on the floor. I don't actually need to be in frame. I'll be off frame.
Okay.
You want to
Cool
sit down,
beats.
Chris?
Sure.
Cool.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's a live show,
That's the
gentlemen.
new AAC.
Yeah.
It is
That
super
gun's-
hot in here. Okay, so let's just do a quick intro
All right.
with everybody here. We've got Greg Wong, Spartan,
Yes.
117 GW. And Greg, why don't you introduce your guests?
Okay, so the guests that I brought here today, we have Kalin and Kamar. And if you didn't know, Kamar plays Menendez in Black Ops 2. So just briefly go over, I guess how you got into that, and tell the fans and everything about that.
Oh, yeah. Well, cool, man. Well, thanks for having me here, first of all. And for welcoming my son, also, who's a huge fan. I'm an actor. So, I auditioned for the role and kind of stumbled onto it, worked, had to kind of prove myself to all the powers that be, and then I was fortunate enough to land the role. So, and then...
Were you a fan of the video games before you got the role? Were you familiar with the character?
Yeah, I was a fan of the Call of Duty series. I had played because of my son, and I spent many nights getting my ass kicked by this guy over here.
It's my dad.
Generally, he has more experience, right?
Yeah, no, for
Got a little
sure.
bit more time to play.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so I did have a good idea of what I was getting myself into. Although when I got called in to audition for it, they didn't tell me I was auditioning for Call of Duty Black Ops 2. They told me I was auditioning for a game called Eclipse.
Oh, really?
So it was very, hush hush.
They
top
did that on
secret.
purpose to keep you in the dark.
Well, yeah, no doubt. They were, like I said, it was very hush hush, and Activision and Treyarch are very secretive
Okay.
about the next release and who's going to play the villain and that whole
Sure.
deal. And the only reason the only reason they released the identity of the villain when they did, which was probably 2 months ahead of schedule, was because they had done a promo for the game. I don't know if you guys remember the Oliver North promo that Oliver North was in. They did one of the first initial promos that they did for the game had the anonymous guys, the white masks with the mustache and that whole deal, the anonymous. Have you guys know that terror?
Isn't it like that V for Vendetta mask or something?
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
they're called anonymous, right?
Oh, okay.
And so they thought that they were being depicted as the villain in the game, and they threatened Activision and told them they were going to.
That was because of the early release?
Right.
Okay.
So that's why they decided to release the identity of Raul Menendez sooner than.
So I didn't actually play Black Ops 2. Menendez is the bad guy?
Yes.
Okay.
Raul Menendez.
Gotcha.
Don't mess with that guy.
Gotcha. But I mean, I guess you get killed at the end of the game, right?
No, that's really up to the player.
It's up to the player. That's actually one of the things that. Yeah, it's actually one of the things that they did to kind of make Call of Duty different. In most shooting games, the ending is predetermined for the most part. But what's actually cool is certain points in the game, you make a decision whether it decides whether certain characters live or die. Like the overall story, the ending can be completely different depending how your experience was.
So Greg, I know that you're also a big Battlefield player. Which do you like better?
When it comes to the games, I do
like. Come on,
man. That would be a better question for your son.
Not too far. I'm the arms distant.
Campaign. I like Call of Duty's campaign better because the replayability was actually really high for Black Ops 2, because you had the different endings and stuff. Multiplayer, I still play a little of both. I do like Battlefield because of the separate environments, but I still have some pro players that actually play a lot of Black Ops, so I'll jump online with them every now and then, like Mrs. Violence or the guys from Street Rippin'.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Let's switch gears to Airsoft then. Kalin. You're the Airsofter in the family, right?
Yeah, I mean, my friends, my friend Ryan and my friend Nate, when I was in like 6th, 7th grade, kind of got me into it, and Nate in particular had all this really nice gear, and we had never seen that thing. He had like a WeTech gas blowback scar, and we just like drooled over it. So, in that, like, when we were younger, we kind of fantasized.
How many years ago was this?
5 years ago.
Okay, so you've been kind of invested.
For a little bit. And so, we just kind of fantasized about it, and watching you on your website, just kind of scrolling down Airsoft GI and putting together these carts of stuff. And eventually, we finally got around to buying our own gear, and I bought a JG Bar 10 off ASGI for my first gun, and he bought a G&G combat machine.
Your buddy, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. When did you get your dad involved?
Last year? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we went to HSP together last year, which was pretty awesome. The scenery, like it was like a movie set. Which up north, we have like CQB City, but it's a bunch of plywood. Not to say that that's a bad thing, but HSP was definitely awesome. Yeah, there you go.
No, I played with these guys, and they have that conquer the flag.
Yeah, capture the flag.
Capture the flag. Yeah. Capture the flag. So, I'm doing my deal, and I think I'm badass, and I'm really close to this flag. Except that I had no idea that I had to lower the flag. I thought I had to tear the flag off. Right? So I
capture it.
So I pin these two guys down, right? And then I get them to surrender. And then I ask for this flag. And I go to grab it, and I grab it, and this thing doesn't go anywhere except the pole, just kind of like, and man, I'm stuck out in the middle of my arm like this. Next thing I know, I'm getting pelted.
Popped like 2 blood
broke
vessels.
open my arm. It was no joke. I got nailed.
Did you have fun though? Was the question.
Oh, I had a blast, man. I can't wait to go back.
So that was at CQB City. You guys played capture the flag?
Yeah, I was.
No, that was at HSP. Though.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
cool.
We were on APOC that game.
Was this recently? You guys went to
This was last year.
Okay.
This was last summer. Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna be taking these guys out this weekend to go play too.
Yeah, we're gonna go this weekend.
Where are you guys going?
I'm not sure yet. Level Cap is gonna be playing with us as well, so it's gonna be
Very
some
cool.
people.
Those guys pretty frequently go to Sea Village and stuff like that.
I've never been
to
to
Sea Village yet.
Mm-mm.
It's a
Yeah,
huge
they're
party.
in for a treat. Yeah, they're.
Have you seen the videos for TVB? The first,
Oh, yeah.
First Bob?
I want to go. The Gamepod's like 40 minutes for me. I'm trying
Are you
to round up
going?
it, trying so bad.
You should get your tickets for my team.
For
'cause
Bob.
Bob is really
For the
kicking
Tim
my ass
Bar?
to sign in.
I might have to.
Yeah, Bob's general right here.
Actually, I just
Ooh,
played a Gamepod like 2 days ago.
I saw the photos on Facebook. How was it?
It was awesome. It's literally the way they designed it. I mean, you can actually plan things out really well because it's just A through Delta are the streets, or A through Delta are the streets, and you got 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can really coordinate, Alpha 3, Alpha 2, or Charlie 1, Charlie 3, and that's how a lot of the players who play there a lot coordinate stuff. And then you have the gas station in the middle, which is it's kind of a giant kill zone.
Yeah.
Surprisingly enough, there's a lot of long range engagements in there.
I thought so. It's a really big.
Oh, yeah.
warehouse.
It
Very
was-
open.
Yeah.
It's CQB, but consider it mount, where
Okay.
you're actually remove if you mentally remove the fact that you're indoors.
Mhm.
Think of it as you're playing outside in a miniature city.
Okay.
I mean, there is some CQB, no doubt,
But there's definitely a place for
a
some.
lot
So
of-
you guys
lot
have
of line
both
of
played
sight.
there.
I've just watched a whole bunch of
Oh,
video.
Okay. So you're the only one that's actually played there.
I've been there.
What
playing
would your
with-
recommendation be for somebody that wants to go? What gun should they bring? Should they
Um,
bring a totally CQB gun, or should they give something with range? Or
Range is really important, but being able to enter the buildings, I would say, is equally important because there's plenty of buildings and plenty of things to take cover. Now, if you have a gun that shoots over 350, you can shoot out of the building, but you can't really assault the building and take it if someone's in there because your gun shoots hot.
yeah.
I would recommend get a gun that shoots 350 or below,
Okay.
but make sure you've tuned it just right with the hop up and the bucking and everything that shoots accurately. Because FPS doesn't necessarily give you all the range and accuracy in the world. It just slings it out there. It doesn't mean it's going to be accurate.
Okay.
And even then, you can still send down tons of ammo down range. And 350 FPS, you're going to be doing just fine.
So Gamepod actually has a very unique FPS tier.
Mhm.
So under 350, you're good to go
Yeah.
anywhere you want to play. Above that, you're at risk or something like that.
Well, above that, you can't clear the buildings. Once the building is taken, you can shoot out of the buildings.
Okay.
And you can shoot into the buildings. But as breaching the building and going in, you can't be like the point man.
Okay.
But I played a lot up there. It was great. Bring a flashlight. Bring a flashlight.
Okay.
They love having the sections of low light, and then you have some light here and there. But
Gotcha.
definitely bring a flashlight. It's gonna be a lot of running around because the streets are huge. They leave it open because they can have vehicles going around. There's some cool game types. I'm not sure what Jet's gonna do, and even Craig, who's the guy running a Gamepod, was kind of curious to see what Jet was gonna do. But I will say there's definitely some cool moments where you got the vehicle running around, people trying planting bombs on it, like actual. Like you got the little brick of
sticky
C4.
bombs from Saving
it's
Private
like,
Ryan.
I don't know if it's I think it's magnetic or something. It's got a little red light blinking on it. And I remember
That's awesome.
I was like, stay off my car! I'm just like shooting at all the guys trying to run up to the car and plant the bomb on it. It was so crazy.
Very cool. Very cool.
I actually have a question for you about the area. So you said it's nice and big. Is it big enough where it's like, oh, we're taking contact from that building, but we're pinned?
That you can
actually
coordinate?
move around and maneuver on the field?
Dude, yeah, there's so much room to maneuver on that field, man. Like, you're gonna get a lot of street-to-street fighting and some building-to-building fighting too. But the gas station in the middle is pretty cool. A lot of the fighting you'll kind of hit a wall. Like some streets, you'll have it locked down. I mean, some
So hold on,
streets.
the street system is like a big oval,
It's,
around,
well,
right?
it's just a grid, just a square. Like I actually took a picture of it and I can memorize it.
Okay.
But because I mean, once you get the grid system down, you'll know exactly where everything is. And if you really want to coordinate stuff, that's how you use it. Use the grid method, and
Are
that's
you
how
gonna be in town on August 10th?
we'll see. I might be overseas by then.
Because
when
if
that
so, you
happens,
should be on.
I know.
Should be
If
on
I
the
can
time.
go, I'll try to go. No guarantees though.
Well, I'm
But,
just letting you know, Bob does outnumber me 2-1 right now. But
Mm.
we've got the quality, right?
No.
Right, Chris?
It's on the 10th?
It's on
Bob's
the
got the
10th.
quality.
You get the start in the airplane. That's for sure. That place is really cool. That
It's
airplane.
just the front third of the airplane, right?
How does that thing work? Like
More or less, but
Front
it's still
quarter.
pretty. It's still pretty cool. It's like a front half, I guess you could say.
Okay.
But it is still pretty cool, like the little terminal and everything there, and then like I said, you got the street signs, and more than likely you'll probably have a moving vehicle or two out there as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's pretty bad.
Is there any scenario to this, Tim or Spot?
Okay. Jet hasn't locked down the actual scenario for the gameplay yet. However, at previous TVBs, it's normally like you get in, you chrono, you set everything up, and then you play one long game, you have lunch, and you play another long game.
Right.
But because of the way that Gamepod is set up, we're actually setting up a bunch of little direct action missions that'll be a lot more fast paced, a lot more intense, and they'll be much shorter.
Like hit this building, hit that building.
Kind of,
this,
yeah. So the teams are going to be divvied up, and they're all going to be playing for one team, but each one is going to have their own objectives to complete, and it's going to be short and fast, and once they're done with that, it's going to lead into what they need to do next. And so it's not going to be just one huge firefight. That's what we're trying to avoid. And so let's just say my alpha team's got to, secure the gas station.
You really want multiple objectives, because if there's only one objective,
there's going to be a lot.
It gets pretty swamped. But if you have multiple objectives, it'll keep the fight moving and it'll keep it spread out.
Yeah.
Because, as big as that place is, there's a lot of open kill zones.
Yeah.
You can get pinned down really easy if there's only one objective.
Yeah.
Is there how many people to a team?
There's 125 players
yeah.
per team. So the game cap is 250 total. And the warehouse itself is 150,000
It's like
square
the size
feet.
of a Costco.
Yeah.
Except without all
You
the
think?
stuff.
When do you think would be the last second in which I could get my ticket? Like, do you think they're gonna sell out soon?
You know what?
Get 'em soon.
This is
Get 'em
what
soon.
happens all the time, is that everyone kind of lags, like, oh, yeah, I'm thinking about going, and then at the last minute, everyone wants to go.
Yeah.
And so we're about at half capacity right now. We sold about 120 tickets, but who knows how long the last one is.
Right. No, I would buy my ticket right now. It's just that dates-wise, I don't know if...
Well, get your schedule worked out, and if you can go, we could use one.
You live close there. This is going to be the battle to go to.
It's literally like a half hour,
So
45 minutes.
the Friday night we discussed actually doing a CQB class.
That is kind of still up in the air. Jet was kind of thinking about
doing
putting
some
on...
operators.
You got some pretty fresh,
Kind of, yeah.
fresh bruises on your
Oh,
forearm.
yeah, he just got done.
Oh, I played a really big game last Saturday.
Actually, you guys, if you get the you guys are from Northern California. If you
He is. I live in Southern.
Okay.
But yeah.
If you get the opportunity to play in San Diego, the facility he went in is called the STOPS facility. Do you know what STOP stands for? Because it's an acronym.
I have no idea. I just know it as ITS.
You're talking about IT. Yeah, I know it as ITS.
They have blank firing AKs and stuff going off on the field. They have like
RPG
wire
lines.
guarded RPGs going off on the field. They have like cork explode.
Wow.
It's probably the most realistic simulation.
And it's airsoft?
It's airsoft. Chris was describing its similarities to his Marine Corps training.
Yeah, so it's meant for training like law enforcement, military, like they have DEA like right next to them. They all go there to train, and that's what it's meant for. You can actually tell by the field it's not meant for like fair play so much. It's meant to train guys for real world situations. But
it can be applied.
yeah,
to
they
airsoft.
can. They allow you to play airsoft there, and they'll have these explosions. They have RPG lines. And it's all safe. Like you're not gonna get.
Not
You're
going to
not
get blown
gonna
up.
lose a finger or anything.
The staff there are highly trained.
Yeah, so it runs really. It was a lot of fun. It's definitely
Sounds
an
like
experience.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that sounds awesome.
I'm doing
I wish I was there.
simunition
Oh, it was-
with...
They'll have like the one or two guys just roll with a blank firing AK. Actually, Charlie level cap, someone scared him just because he was shooting out of a window, and then the dude with the blank firing just came up and went. Da, 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 da.
He's like,
scared the hell out of Charlie. It was pretty cool.
Blank firing, for somebody that's never fired a gun before, it can be really startling.
It's really
you don't
loud,
realize it. Even being around a gun, if you're used to it, you shoot without air pro. It's so loud.
Oh,
Yeah, it's always like the first initial ones for anybody. It's
Yeah.
usually like, okay. And then,
Did I tell you I went to FNUSA and I actually
I saw those
got
pictures,
certified to armor the Scar Light, Scar Heavy, P90, and the F2000.
What does that mean? You got certified to armor?
I can take the real one apart to its bare components.
Oh, yeah.
basically.
They taught you that while you're there. You already knew.
I got certified.
Okay.
I got certified. It was awesome though.
Was it like a training course or something you did?
And then after, at the end, we got to shoot all of them on full auto.
Oh, yeah?
Scar Heavy kicks lots.
What about the P90?
P90 was the sweetest of them
Was it?
all. It's a really high rate of fire, but it's just, man, you could just feel like if someone was there, you're just gonna be dumping rounds at them, and it just peppers them with that 5.7 ammo.
You like the MP9?
I do. It's Bob's?
That's Bob's.
That's not Bob's actually. That's just
Bob's
one of our
favorite
display
gun,
guns.
though.
Bob does
There.
have one. He doesn't have that barrel extension though. The barrel extension is really what makes the
That
gun.
can is pretty crazy.
Man, barrel extension, especially with the rail on the bottom of the flashlight. I really like it.
It's really helpful to have that extra rail space there for sure.
And then to extend the tight bore through it is probably.
You can do that. That particular one doesn't have that on there, but that is an option if you.
I've been trying to do that with my MP5 for a while.
Is your MP5 a gas gun or a
gas?
Okay.
Really?
With gas guns, you have to be careful because if you extend the inner barrel, you could really increase your muzzle velocity.
Yeah.
And you won't be able to play anywhere.
Oh, really?
Well,
How
a lot of
how
the
much?
fields are 350 to 400.
Right.
But 350
I don't.
for
I
CPV
actually haven't chronoed my resin in a while, but what's the ratio per se? Like, let's say I extended 150 millimeters.
It's going to
Kinda-
increase it a lot
Really?
because this is how the physics of it works. The gas behind it is expanding as the BB's being shot out. So the longer your inner barrel is, the more the gas is
to expand.
accelerating the BB.
Okay.
And so you're increasing its acceleration speed.
Significant.
And so so it really increases the FPS a lot.
Okay. Well, yeah, because I was
It's
thinking,
gonna
I was
hurt
like,
more.
I wanted to increase my accuracy because I was, after playing with it a couple times at CQB City, I was realizing my 226 had the same range as my MP5, so I was like, maybe it's time to throw a stock in.
There was a company for a while. Are you familiar with the Tokyo Marine Mark 23?
Oh, yeah, that big.
The SOCOM, the Mark 23?
Huge
Okay.
SOCOM.
It's a non-blowback gas
Super
gun.
quiet.
Okay, it's super quiet, right? And Tokyo Marine sells a barrel extension for it, but it's a foam one and it makes it really quiet. However, there was another company a while ago that came out with a barrel extension for that gun, except it extended the inner barrel.
Right.
And so that gun would jump from stock to TM, it shoots about 300, 350 FPS. It jumped it up to like 550, 600.
550?
In the pistol. Yeah, by
What?
because you essentially double the barrel length on it.
Jesus.
And because it's a non-blowback gun, it's very gas efficient. So all of the gas is projecting the BB forward. Yeah.
They did that with the MP7 too. KWA made a barrel extension.
for sure.
That's awesome.
I think it has the same effect on it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
But
very
it increased just for that particular gun, because it wasn't a gas blowback gun, it just increased the FPS like
Super
crazy.
efficient.
Yeah.
Man, put a Reaps in it. It's like
Super
snipe people with the Mark 23.
You can do it, man. Especially like
From
night
running-
games, that gun is super good to use because if you have a barrel extension on there, you're so quiet, nobody knows where you are.
You said you're going to Ballahack like one
I
of
don't know
these
if
days.
that's actually happening anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I was planning to go at the end of July, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to go anymore.
I will say they put in lights for nighttime.
Oh, did they?
Oh yeah.
Have you been there?
I hadn't gotten to go to the night portion, but I saw like they showed me like pictures and stuff of it. It looks really cool because like I kept tripping. I was like, "What are these ditches for?" I was like, "It's for running the wire from the lights." Like, oh, and then they finished it like the day.
Are you talking about like in the city area?
In the city area.
Okay. That's
It's
insane.
pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But,
Do you travel for Airsoft a lot?
Not very frequently. I went to, obviously, Tim vs. Bob 4 and 4.5 was in Virginia. That was this year. Prior to that, the only time I had been out of California to play was at Operation Irene in 2010.
I've been wanting to play one of those so badly. I was
Irene
telling
is a
him
good
about
place to
it.
go. Operation Irene's put on by John Liu, and it's played at Fort Knox in Kentucky. It's a special forces training facility, and similar to ITS, but they
Super
really.
high.
talking about over at
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what the guy. We were at GNG, so they saw. Sam
talking
was
about
talking
Irene?
about it. Yep.
Yeah.
No, Irene is definitely probably the coolest place that I've played at.
Ever.
Ever. Yeah. I mean, and the funny thing is, too, I was watching National Geographic. They were doing something on the Special Forces, and there they were at the Zussman training facility, the place that I was at playing
You're
Airsoft.
like, yeah.
I was like, dude,
That
that's
guy wasn't calling
badass.
his hits.
No, it was really cool. Like, they have the whole thing set up. There's casings all over the place because, they do live fire training there. They do blank fire training there.
You see
all
that stuff
sorts of
around Bragg too. Like there's some buildings like off the base,
Mhm.
and just like they're abandoned. You'll go in there,
Yeah.
there's like sim round casings. You're like,
Yeah,
someone
sim
had
rounds
fun in
are
here.
Yeah, for
Intense.
sure. What's really cool about Zussman, too, is that there's an underground tunnel system
Yes.
that you can use. Because, let's just say you're in a bottleneck or something on the field.
Right.
If
Flank
you know the
underground.
tunnels, you can go underneath,
What?
pop up in certain buildings, and then flank around people underground, undetected.
They
Wow.
have something.
Pretty
Like
That
that.
sounds awesome.
No,
They
it's
have
really
something
cool.
like that in Japan actually too. And
Mhm.
the Camp Fuji, the training center,
Mhm.
they've got a whole underground system.
Yeah.
Pretty much exactly what you described. It's
Yeah.
crazy. You need a
Unfortunately,
flashlight.
I didn't get to go in the tunnel system the last time I was there. I wanted to go, but it was dark and I couldn't find it.
Bring your flashlights. Bring your notes.
Yeah,
Man,
no, I
that's
definitely have
huge.
flashlights.
I got a question for you. Have you
And
seen the prototype video for this?
AA12. I've seen a little bit of it.
It's like a short little video, and
Yeah. There's
I just
I remember at
myself.
the summer sale that I went to last year, a guy had brought a picture to the store,
Yeah.
and he was like trying.
I think he was the one that was trying to develop it, although he's not the only one.
Yeah.
Because that video was for some guys in France.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But is it? It looks like, because I kept hearing it's a tri shot, but it looks like it just shoots it like a 3-round burst.
You probably know as much as I do at this point.
We're both in the dark.
Yeah. Not really sure how that thing goes. Well, we've only got a couple of minutes left, and I wanted to ask you, do you know anything about upcoming Call of Duty games? Anything that you might be a part of in the future? Any other projects that you know we might see of note?
No,
NBA on that.
obviously they're coming out with this Ghost Recon, right?
Call of Duty Ghosts.
Right, which is a completely different company.
Yeah.
Right, so it's made by Infinity Ward.
Yeah.
Right, they created that. Black Ops 2 is Treyarch is kind of sitting back now that they came out with this new engine.
Okay.
They're kind of sitting back and kind of waiting to see
What happens with the FPS market?
what happens.
Okay.
And in the meantime, they're also updating technology, and so that
So you're not just an actor then. You're pretty plugged in with the whole
Well,
process.
I keep in touch with these guys, and Dave Anthony is a good friend of mine.
Okay.
So I stay in touch with some of the head animators over there, and obviously James Burns, played Sergeant Frank Woods.
Yeah. I think he just calls himself Frank Woods when he's on the field.
He calls him James Woods.
Well, right. So
And Frank Burns.
I just did a USO tour with him over in Afghanistan and Kyrgyzstan, and that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was awesome, and we got to meet a lot of the soldiers. But he goes over to Treyarch a lot, and he kind of fills me in on the technology part of it.
Okay.
But so Treyarch is probably it's probably going to be at least another 2 years.
Okay.
Before they come out with another game. And I have no desire, once you work on a game like Black Ops 2, it's like the Rolls Royce of video games.
You just ended up.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's like,
Gotcha.
I'm not gonna, I really have no desire. Plus, Raul Menendez was
He's a good character.
awesome to play that guy. And I'm like,
I might play him
it's
again.
not get any better than that. And
Flashbacks.
that being said, if given the opportunity to play him again, I'm all over that.
Cool.
It took a lot out of me, I must admit, and it was kind of somewhat of a cathartic experience when I went back and saw some of the finished footage. And I've yet to play the game because it was just too close to the vest.
Gotcha.
But who knows? Who knows? Even when he plays it, I'm like, I can only stay in the room for very short periods of time because it took I spent 3 months in my backyard creating this world and this character, and it was intense, man.
Very
It was
cool.
intense. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to be able to
I
bring
think
it back
everybody
again.
enjoyed it. I mean, Black Ops 2 is such a popular game.
Yeah, and it was it was a great script, great writing, great directing, great animation. I mean, great actors. I got to play opposite James, and James was so much fun to play with, and all the other actors too. And so it was just a great creative atmosphere.
That's cool.
Everyone at Treyarch is kick-ass, top of the game, and so we just showed up every day and had fun.
Cool.
With good words and good villains and good heroes, and it's really not that hard to do what I do when you have that sort of
that environment.
Yeah,
For sure.
when you have that sort of environment.
Definitely.
Exactly. And that sort of talent.
All right. Well, we're a little bit over for a live show, but I definitely want to thank you guys for coming in and saying what's up to our audience.
Right on.
It was great to
Thank
have
you, man.
guys.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thanks for having
bringing
us.
everyone by.
Roger.
But we're calling it a night for this live show. Everyone on YouTube, thanks for joining us. This is our very first platform on YouTube. But yeah, you can see us every weekday, or not every weekday, every week Tuesday from 4:30 to 5:30. We'll be here on YouTube on our live show.
Fantastic. Peace out.
Take care. See you guys.
All right,
This thing is huge.
Yeah.
if you guys want to exit stage left,
Will do.
it's going to take about a few minutes for them to catch up to us, so I don't want to cut it off.
See, not everyone gets to see the behind the scenes. That's a cool. That's the prototype.
You ain't help closing all this up.
No, it should be alright.
So Bob's at an acting gig, huh?
Yeah, he's got an audition that he got a call back for.
Okay.
I think it's like an NFL commercial.